Dear learners, welcome to my lecture on tense. Today basically we will talk about future. We will not discuss very specifically to future tense. Rather we will try to concentrate on future. There are many ways to express future expressions. First of all, we use shall and will, and then to express future we also use present continuous tense, and sometimes we also use modals to talk about future. First of all, I would like to talk about shall and will. As you know that between shall and will, we use will a lot, not shall, because shall is something that we use quite often with very formal situations. For example, maybe our honorable Prime Minister, if she meets with another foreign delegate or another high profile person, then they might use shall. Maybe she will attend a meeting, then they might say that now we shall start the meeting, or now we shall have a lunch with, she might have a lunch with Narendra Modi, then she may say that now we shall have the lunch, something like that. So shall is something we are general people, we do not use that much, but we need to remember that in extremely formal situations we use shall, and in other cases we use will. When sometimes we talk to each other and then you decide that you will do something, then you instantly use will. For example, I am delivering a lecture now and I am thinking that after my lecture I will have a tea. So that is something that quite definite, that after the lecture I will have a tea. Similarly, maybe the video is going on, the video is being recorded at the moment, and the person who is recording the video, he will save it after being recorded. So he will save it, that he will definitely save it. So in those situations we use will, that we talk and while we are talking we decide, and then we use will. Okay. We have I have also given some examples, like I'll have a tea after the video. Yes, definitely I need a tea after the video. And also he'll save the video in a computer. Okay, so that's quite easy. And the second thing I'd like to discuss regarding future, that is present continuous tense. We use present continuous tense, but it has a future meaning. But when you use present continuous tense, then that incident or the event is decided before. Maybe you will go to Cox's Bazar next week, so it means that you have already arranged, fixed, you have already decided that on next Friday you are going to Cox's Bazar. It's not like you are taking a decision suddenly. It's a planned event. So whenever we have something, if we plan anything, or if any event is fixed, then we use present continuous tense, but it has a future meaning. For example, we can say that I am visiting Cox's Bazar next week. Alright, so next week somebody is going to visit Cox's Bazar, so it is fixed. So we use present continuous tense. Similarly, he is meeting his friend after the class. He has already decided that he will finish the class, and after the class his friends will be waiting somewhere else in a restaurant, so he needs to go there, and it should be a definite time as well, maybe at 5 o'clock at Nawabi Buj or something like that. So as it has been decided, he or she can say that he is meeting his friends after the class. It is fixed. And also maybe you have decided, or maybe you have booked a ticket to watch a movie, so you have arranged to watch a movie for tomorrow. In that case as well you use present continuous tense. You see that I am watching that movie tomorrow at Cineplex. Maybe it's a nice movie and it's very difficult to get tickets when you get there, so it's better to book the ticket before. We don't want to go to Cineplex and we don't want to come back without watching it if you don't book a ticket. So if things are decided, planned, fixed before, then we use present continuous tense, but it has a future meaning. Not only that, sometimes we have some goals, ambitions that not now, maybe after 10 years, maybe when you graduate, maybe after a certain period of time. Then when we talk about those goals and ambitions, we also use present continuous tense, but as I mentioned before, it has future meaning. For example, we use he is going to, or I'm going to, and then we use another verb. You see that I'm going to establish a school after my graduation. Maybe a student, his father is a teacher and he wants to be a teacher as well, but he doesn't only want to be a teacher, but he wants to establish a school as well. That's his dream, that's his goal. All right, and if you have, or if anybody has those goals or ambitions, then they express it in that way, like he is going to, or I am going to, and then we use the verb. You see that I am going to establish a school after my graduation. Obviously I also want to establish a school as well, but I don't know, maybe after 10 years. So I can also say, now I am going to establish an English version school in our locality after 5 years, if Almighty Allah gives me that ability. And also maybe someone wants to join an international NGO, because there are a lot of money with international NGOs. So that's his goal, ambition, to join international NGO, maybe after completion of his masters or PhD or whatever. So that is also your goal, and you also express your goal in that way, like she is going to join an international NGO in future. So we express future in various ways. And not only that, sometimes we also use some modals to talk about future. I did not write that much in greater details, but if you just look at the corner, that may, might, can, could, you may say that he might, or he may come tomorrow. So tomorrow is also future. So you express with may. You may also say that he might come here tomorrow. It is less possible, but still it is future. Alright, and also can, could. Alright, and there are also some other tools that can be used, which I did not mention, like he is likely to come tomorrow. Right, so there are many things, but quite often we use the written structures like shall, will, present continuous, and few modals that are used to express future. And for spoken English, if we just know how to use them, that should be enough to talk about future. Alright guys, thank you very much for joining me.